Hello and welcome to the Partner Choice Quiz on Partner Choice TV. We are delighted to be hosting you again this evening. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Stacey McDougall and I look after Partner Choice Benefits along with the rest of the Leisure Benefits team. Tonight the quiz is made up, as always, of 40 questions, 4 rounds. The rounds this evening we have are drinks, colours, fathers, dads and daddies, because it is Father's Day after all and we should definitely make them feel loved, and general knowledge, and quite a toughie in the general knowledge tonight, so let's see how we get on with that. I am manning the comments, so please do pop in your team names. We love seeing who's joining us, some of our old regulars, if we can have those at this point. And anybody new, please do pop in where you are from and your team name. Also, during the evening, pop your comments in for the scores that you get at the end of each round. Each round we will read the questions and then we will do the answers immediately after that. So it shouldn't take up too much of your evening, round about an hour, possibly a bit shorter than that. It is a pen and paper quiz, so no writing answers in the comments, please. That just ruins it for everybody. And the prize is unfortunately just bragging rights, but they are good enough as far as I am concerned if you are the winner of the quiz. Against your family, against your friends. Have you zoomed anybody in? Have you got anybody on house party playing along with you? Are you out in your social bubble playing along with friends? Do let us know. At the end of the evening, it would be wonderful if you could pop across to partnerchoice.co.uk, fill in the form there, and we will post everybody's scores round about 12 o'clock on Google Plus Community Partnership Leisure Benefits. I think I have covered everything, so if you are ready, I am ready. Let's get started. Good luck, everybody. Round 1. Round 1 is all about drinks. There will be answers that relate to drinks, be them alcoholic or soft, and hopefully you have all got your glasses charged to get you started for the evening. We'll move on to question 1. What is James Bond's favourite tipple? Question 1. What is James Bond's favourite tipple? And I'm sure most of you are seeing the saying that goes with that if you know it. Question 2. What mixer makes up a G&T? What mixer makes up a G&T? Question 3. What 1980s movie starred Tom Cruise as a barman? What 1980s movie starred Tom Cruise as a barman? And If You Like Pina Coladas was in that movie, and I love that song. Always reminds me of summer holidays. Question 4. What drink is traditionally known as a great source of calcium and has advertising campaigns with celebs with moustaches of it above their mouth? What drink is traditionally known as a great source of calcium and has advertising campaigns with different celebs with moustaches of it on their mouths? Question 5. What is the most consumed manufactured drink in the world? What is the most consumed manufactured drink in the world? So water doesn't count. Don't answer water. Question 6. What is a Molotov cocktail? Question 6. What is a Molotov cocktail? Been a wee bit sneaky in that one, so if you don't know, just have a guess. Question 7. How many bottles of champagne are in a Balthazar? I hope I'm saying that correctly. But how many bottles of champagne are in a Balthazar? Question 8. What soft drink could also be a Manchester band? What soft drink could also be a Manchester band? It's a bit of a thinker, but when you get there, it's a bit of a light bulb moment. Question 9. What spirit has appeared in songs by Chris Stapleton, Maroon 5, Thin Lizzy and Example? Question 9. What spirit has appeared in songs by Chris Stapleton, Maroon 5, Thin Lizzy and Example? And our final question of this round, question 10. How many spirits are traditionally in a Long Island iced tea cocktail? How many spirits are traditionally in a Long Island iced tea cocktail? I'll give you a few more seconds. Ask about the room, take some guesses if you've got any blanks there, and we'll move on to the answers. Answers to round 1. Question 1. What is James Bond's favourite tipple? It is a martini. Shaken, not stirred. Although you don't necessarily have to have that in there as the answer. Martini is the answer. Question 2. What mixer makes up a G&T? Well, a G&T is of course a gin and tonic. So tonic is your answer for question 2. Question 3. What 1980s movie starred Tom Cruise as a barman? The movie is called Cocktail. Cocktail, and hopefully I got that Pina Colada song stuck in your head. Question 4. The drink, traditionally known as a great source of calcium and had advertising campaigns with celebs with moustaches of it on their lips, was milk. Milk. Question 5. What is the most consumed manufactured drink in the world? It is tea. Tea. It's certainly my favourite consumed drink. And I'll have a cup if anybody's making one, just milk for me, please. Question number 6. What is a Molotov cocktail? This is a little bit sneaky because it isn't actually a drink. It is a crude bomb, or if you've written a weapon, that will be acceptable too. Question 7. How many bottles of champagne are in a Balthazar? It is 16 bottles would make up a Balthazar. Imagine getting one of those as a gift. That would be awesome. Wonder if we sell them in Waitrose. Question 8. What soft drink could also be a Manchester band? The answer is Oasis. Oasis. Question 9. What spirit has appeared in songs by Chris Stapleton, Maroon 5, Thin Lizzy and Example? The answer is whiskey. And the spelling doesn't matter because there's lots of debate about the whiskey. SKY is Scottish, SKEY is Irish. Just in case you want to know. Question 10, last one of the round. How many spirits are traditional in a Long Island iced tea? It is 5, normally vodka, triple sec, rum, gin and tequila, and it's normally known as like the 5 white spirits. So a few of those will definitely see you legless. Not speaking from experience, of course. How did you do with those questions? Pop your scores into the comments. Let us see. Did you do well? Congratulations if you got 10 out of 10. I'll give you a few seconds and we will move on. Round 2 is colours. If the colour isn't in the question, then it will most likely be in the answers. Let's get started with question 1. Which fairy tale character had to fend off the big bad wolf? Which fairy tale character had to fend off the big bad wolf? Question 2. Name the debut hit released in 2000 by Coldplay. Name the debut hit released in 2000 by Coldplay. Question 3. What colour is egg albumin when cooked? Question 3. What colour is egg albumin when cooked? Question 4. Which Oscar-winning actor played Paul Edgecombe in the movie The Green Mile? Which Oscar-winning actor played Paul Edgecombe in the movie The Green Mile? This was a great movie. I really enjoyed it and could watch it again and again. Question 5. BBC documentary Blue Planet is narrated by who? The BBC documentary Blue Planet is narrated by who? Question 6. High and Magic, Santana, Cherry Brandy and Cayenne are all varieties of rose, but what shade of colour are they? High and Magic, Santana, Cherry Brandy and Cayenne are all varieties of rose, but what shade of colour are they? Question 7. If you were referring to rugby, the All Blacks come from where? If referring to rugby, the All Blacks come from where? Question 8. This could be a little bit tricky, but take a guess anyway. How many colours are mentioned in the song Joseph's Coat from the musical Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat? Question 8. How many colours are mentioned in the song Joseph's Coat from the musical Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat? If anybody likes that musical, maybe you can sing it through in your head to try and figure it out. And it's only the colours mentioned once, so we don't need to mention it if it's said more than once in the song. Question number 9. When born, baby pandas are normally what colour? Question number 9. When born, baby pandas are normally what colour? And lastly, question 10. Gordon, Melanie, Chris and Bobby all share this colourful surname. What is it? Gordon, Melanie, Chris and Bobby all share this colourful surname. What is it? All right. Fill in those blank answers. Take a guess if you haven't already. Even if you don't know, it might be worth just writing something in there. And we will move on to the answers. Round 2, question 1, answer. The fairy tale character who had to fend off the big bad wolf was Little Red Riding Hood. Little Red Riding Hood. Question 2. Yellow was the debut hit by Coldplay. Yellow was the debut hit released in 2000 by Coldplay. Well done if you remembered that. Question 3. The colour of egg albumin when it is cooked is white. That's the egg white, not the egg yolk. What colour is the egg albumin when cooked? It is white. Question number 4. Paul Edgecombe in The Green Mile is played by Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks. Question number 5. Blue Planet by the BBC is narrated by David Attenborough, as all these amazing programmes are. David Attenborough narrated Blue Planet. Question number 6. High and Magic, Santana, Cherry Brandy and Cayenne are all orange coloured or shades of orange. Number 7, if you're referring to the All Blacks, they are from New Zealand. New Zealand. Question number 8. There are 29 different colours mentioned in the song Joseph's Coat from Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. If you managed to get that, very well done. It had red and yellow and green and brown and scarlet and black and ochre and peach and ruby and olive and violet and fawn and lilac and gold and chocolate and mauve and cream and crimson and silver and rose and azure and lemon and russet and grey and purple and white and pink and orange and blue. And it is repeated a couple of times in the song, but we only needed each question or each colour answered once. Question number 9. When born, baby pandas are normally pink. When born, baby pandas are normally pink. If you can get onto YouTube or Google and see a baby panda being born, it's very amusing to watch if you've never seen it before. Question 10. Are you on for full points? Let's wait and see. Gordon, Melanie, Chris and Bobby all share the surname Brown. Brown. Very well done if you got 10 out of 10. Pop your scores into the comments. Again, always tell us, do you think it's easy? Do you think it's hard? I hope to pick a selection of things that everybody can answer. So if you've got young kids, older kids, teenagers, older people, younger people, I try and do a mix for everybody. But do please let us know how you get on with them. Round 3 is Father, Daddy and Dads. So happy Father's Day to anybody out there who is celebrating. I hope you have had a lovely day. I hope that you have been thoroughly spoiled or thoroughly left in peace if that was what your ultimate Father's Day present was. Hopefully you will enjoy this round, but everybody can join in. It's not specifically for you. Question 1. Who was known as the godfather of soul? Question 1. Who was known as the godfather of soul? Question 2. In the 90s movie Father of the Bride, who played the father? In the 90s movie Father of the Bride, who played the father? Question number 3. Who is the football father of Harper, Cruz, Romeo and Brooklyn? Who is the famous football father of Harper, Cruz, Romeo and Brooklyn? Question 4. Which TV series was set on Craggy Island? Which TV series was set on Craggy Island? Question number 5. Which sport featured Big Daddy? Question number 5. Which sport featured Big Daddy? He was very much a 1980s icon, if anybody remembers him. Question 6. The song Father and Son was originally written and sang by who? The song Father and Son was originally written and sang by who? Now, there have been a few cover versions of this, including Boyzone and Ronan Keating, but who wrote it and sang it first? Question 7. How many legs does a daddy long legs have? How many legs does a daddy long legs have? Question 8. Daddy's Sauce is owned by which brand? Originally it was a standalone brand. It's the oldest brand of sauce in the UK. It was established back in 1904. The ketchup came in 1930. But who owns it now? Question number 9. What is the slang term referring to a body shape particular to middle-aged men? Question number 9. What is the slang term referring to a body shape particular to middle-aged men? No judgment if you have this, but you are in good company. Leonardo DiCaprio, Vin Diesel, Brad Pitt, they all have this, so you're in good company. And last question of the round, question 10. The children's book Bad Dad was written by who? The children's book Bad Dad was written by who? Alright, that is those questions finished. Fill in the last blanks that you have. Take a guess if you haven't got a clue, and we will move on to the answers. Round 3, Father, Daddy and Dad answers. Question 1. Who was known as the godfather of soul? It was, of course, James Brown. James Brown. Question 2. The 90s movie Father of the Bride. It was Steve Martin that played the father. Steve Martin. And in today's money, if you had that very same wedding, it would cost $274,000. That is ridiculous in my opinion. However, no judgment. Question 3. Who is the football father of Harper Crew's Romeo in Brooklyn? It is David Beckham. David Beckham. Question 4. The TV series was set on Craggy Island. It was Father Ted. TV series set on Craggy Island was Father Ted. And I love the little cleaner who always wanted to make you tea. She'd have been my perfect housemate, I think. Question 5. The sport that featured Big Daddy was wrestling. It was a UK version of wrestling, not the WWE kind that we see nowadays. Question 6. The song Father and Son was originally written and sung by Cat Stevens. Cat Stevens. Question 7. How many legs does a daddy long legs have? It is 8. 8. Question 8. Daddy's sauce is owned by Heinz. Heinz own Daddy's sauce. Question number 9. What is the slang term referring to a body shape particular to middle-aged men? It is dad bod. Dad bod. Apparently it is when you have when you're thin but no definition, no muscular definition. So you can judge for yourself if you have a dad bod or not. And the last question of the round, question 10. The children's book Bad Dad was written by David Walliams. Children's book Bad Dad was written by David Walliams. So tell us how you got on. Was that a 10 out of 10 round for you, or was it a little bit more difficult? Let us know in the comments. Pop your scores in. Let's see who's doing well. And once you've had a moment to do that, we will move on to round 4. Round 4 is general knowledge. My quiz friend who I test some of these questions out on has told me that these are a little bit tough, so do brace yourself for that. And if you don't know the answer, maybe we'll learn something by the end of it. There was certainly a few that I was impressed by through this. So let's move on to question 1. How many member states are in the United Nations? How many member states are there in the United Nations? Question 2. What is the official title of Larry the cat who lives at 10 Downing Street? What is the official title of Larry the cat at 10 Downing Street? Question number 3. What 2 dances are found in the NATO phonetic alphabet? What 2 dances are found in the NATO phonetic alphabet? So that's E for Alpha, B for Bravo, C for Charlie. There are 2 dances in that alphabet. What are they? Question 4. How many elements are there in the periodic table? I must say, I had no idea. I've tried to learn this so many times, but I've never quite remembered. Maybe you will know. How many elements are there in the periodic table? Question 5. Who is currently the world's richest person? So that's in 2020. Who is the world's richest person? Question 6. What temperature is centigrade and Fahrenheit equal? At what temperature is centigrade equal to Fahrenheit? So what temperature do they both become the same? Question 7. How long is the M25 in miles? And we'll give you it to the nearest 5 miles. How long is the M25 in miles? Question 8. Home to many startup and global tech companies, where is Silicon Valley? Home to many startup and global tech companies, where is Silicon Valley? Question 9. What is the name of the painting painted by Leonardo da Vinci that sold for over $450 million? It's the most expensive painting ever sold. What is the name of the painting painted by Leonardo da Vinci that sold for over $450 million? And last question of our last round, question 10. I threw this in as a little easy one, hopefully you'll get it. What character has friends that include Susie Sheep, Gerald Giraffe and Molly Mole? What character has friends that include Susie Sheep, Gerald Giraffe and Molly Mole? Did you think that was a bit of a tough round? I think it was a bit of a tough round. But take a few seconds, fill in any blank answers, have a guess, you just never know, you might get close to it, and we will move on to the answers. Answers to the general knowledge round. So question number 1, how many member states are there in the United Nations? There are 193 according to the official UN website. However, if you have guessed 193, take 2 points because that is awesome that you got it. If you said anything between 190 and 195, take 1 point because you were pretty close. Question number 2. Larry the cat, his official title is Chief Mouser to the Cabinet Office. Chief Mouser to the Cabinet Office. If you said Chief Mouser, you can take a point too. Question 3. The 2 dances in the NATO phonetic alphabet are Foxtrot and Tango. Foxtrot and Tango. Question number 4. How many elements are there in the periodic table? There are 118. If you got that answer spot on, take 2 points. And if you said anything between 115 and 120, take 1 point. And well done for knowing that. Question 5. The world's richest person is currently Jeff Bezos. He is better known as the owner of Amazon, our fierce rival and competitor, so we shouldn't probably mention him. So let's move on. Question 6. At what temperature is centigrade equal to Fahrenheit? It is minus 40 degrees. Minus 40 degrees. Question 7. How long is the M25 in miles? And it's said to the nearest 5 miles, so 117 miles long. If you got that spot on, take 2 points. If you said between 115 and 120, take 1 point. Because you were, again, pretty close. Well done if you got that. Question 8. Home to many startup and global tech companies. Where is Silicon Valley? It is in California in the USA. Silicon Valley is in California in the USA. Question 9. The painting painted by Leonardo da Vinci that sold for over $450 million is called Salvator Mundi. But if you said Saviour of the World, that is absolutely fine too. And congratulations if you got that. So Salvator Mundi or Saviour of the World. And question 10. Again, hopefully this was easy for you. The character that has friends that include Susie Sheep, Gerald Giraffe and Molly Mole is Peppa Pig. And what a lovely girl she is too. So, how did you do? How was that round? Was it as tough as I was told it was? Because it's easy when you know the answers. Pop your round scores into the comments. It will be out of 13 because we gave 2 points out for correct answers on the closest twos. So did you get 13 out of 13? Or out of 13 out of 10? I don't know quite how that works, but how well did you do? And then how well did you do overall? Did you get a full 43 marks this evening? Or did you not do as well as that? I suspect that we won't get many people getting full marks on the quiz this evening. That last round was quite a toughie. But do pop your overall scores into the comments. Let's read them. Do also tell us if you thought it was hard, if you thought it was easy, if you thought it was something for everybody. And also, if there are any rounds that you fancy and we keep carrying on with the quiz, pop those into the comments as well, because I will certainly try my best to accommodate for people if there's something specialist that they would like to see. Also pop over to partnerchoice.co.uk and fill in the form. Let us know your scores there and we will upload them onto Google Plus hopefully by about lunchtime on Monday. And all that is left for me to say is thank you so much for joining us this evening. We really enjoy having you play along with us live. But remember, you can always take this quiz as your own and use it with your family on Zoom calls if you are still staying home, or take them into the garden with you if you are visiting people and what's not. We won't tell anybody that the hard work was all done for you. Hopefully we will see you again sometime soon. Have a lovely evening.